Hey, it's Kit Kat. So this week I've had a lot of catering orders. So I thought since I've been getting a lot of questions about catering because tis the season for everybody to have like a party at some point. If you want us to cater, especially Subway. Now, disclaimer, I work for Subway, but I am not like a spokesperson, though I should. So these are all my thoughts, my opinions, my experience being in the food industry. So let's say you have a big ass party, like birthday party or whatever, and you want subs and you're thinking about getting either a party sub or a platter from Subway, which, in my opinion, it's a little bit cheaper than, say, anywhere else. Like Walmart, you're still going to pay like $20, $30 for platters, but at least here, you know, you know how to do stuff. Um, Word to the wise, if you are going to do a party sub, make sure that it's 4 hours in advance. Brownie points if you can call at least 24 hours to 48 hours in advance because um, we can't do party subs within like 40 minutes. That's like physically impossible for us. And here's why. When you do a party sub, it's somebody has to prep the bread, score the bread, make sure that the bread is proofed, and then we have to braid the bread. And that usually takes a whole day in itself. Is it time consuming? Yes. Am I being honest about it? Also, yes. So, party subs are usually um, appreciated either the day before or like 2 days before your event even starts. That way, and I only say that so that you ensure that way you can ensure the bread is not going to be too hard, too soggy, just right. That, and you don't give your Subway artist a heart attack. Um, Perfect example, Tuesday we had a party sub, a 6 foot party sub. They had called 2 days in advance. I believe that it was like last Saturday or Sunday. They called ahead of time for Tuesday, so I was able to pull all the necessary bread on Sunday night, bake everything, braid and bake everything on Monday, and then Tuesday we were ready to knock it out of the park. While we were doing a 6 foot sub, um, there was a phone call request for another 6 foot sub, but they wanted it done within 40 minutes of ordering. And usually we don't really like to um, turn down anything. Um, but when you are talking about a s- a sub platter like that, like a party sub like that, we have to, because like I said before, that's physically impossible for us to do for in 40 minutes. Once we told the family what all we had to do for the bread alone, they're like, "Oh, never mind, never mind." Sorry, I had stuff in my eye. Um, they're like, "Oh my gosh, never mind. Okay, we'll call back." They did. Now, so 24 hours, 48 hours for party subs. Um, if you have a sub platter on, by the way, sub platters are 5 foot longs cut in thirds. Now, I don't know how many times I usually tell people those you can call in 4 hours in advance, depending on how, uh, what all you want on it. Now, if you want everything but the kitchen sink on it, how I would go about is you might spend a little bit more, but make sure that you get a toppings tray. I don't know how many people do a sub platter and they put everything on it, and then and I followed directions. I literally followed directions. You know, the sub platter, whatever sub you want, it's usually ham, turkey, BMT, spicy Italian, tuna, roast beef, whatever you want the 5 subs to be, plus your cheese. And usually the standardized subs come with lettuce and tomato. Now, if you want extras besides the lettuce and tomato, I would suggest a toppings tray. It's like another $20, but I can assure you uh, that your sub is not going to be soggy. Like, that is the Subway hack that you probably will get out of the whole video. Coming from your favorite Subway artist. Now, that if you haven't heard any of the hacks that I have just said and you're just tuning into this video, make sure that your next shindig to get your Subway platter, only do meat and cheese, and then do a toppings tray. I guarantee you your subs are going to be fresher. And yes, you might have to pay separately for each. I would say in all it would be like $100 altogether, but it's the best uh, thing to ensure that your sandwiches are not going to be soggy. Um, Hence, Tuesday when I had to do 21 footlongs, because the family that I told you about, they actually had called back and said, hey, can you do 21 footlongs? And I was already on the line. I already had my gloves on and all of that stuff. And so I felt like I was cranking footlongs the whole, yeah. I think I did it in my sleep on Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, make sure that when you order uh, party subs, or actually sub platters, to do it plain. That way, the lettuce, the tomato, sometimes if you're not going to eat them right away, they get a little disgusting and they get a little soggy on your sandwich. Just do a toppings tray. Put the toppings tray in the fridge. Don't worry about the sandwiches because they'll they'll be okay. Put them in the fridge too. Put both boxes in the fridge. Only take them out when you absolutely need them. And like I said, the sub platters are 5 foot longs and we cut them in thirds. So if you don't, and make sure to specify when you call or you go online, if you want us to cut it in thirds. I mean, some people just want us to cut it in halves and do it that way. But more often than not, I'm basically feeding like grown men. Yeah, I think Tuesday the customer was like, well, there's grown men who like to have seconds on their food. So it ended up being 2 sub platters and 2 toppings trays. And the toppings tray, what is a toppings tray? It's a tray with all of the toppings. Usually it has all of the condiments or all of the veggies. It has your spinach, tomato, onion, uh, cucumber, lettuce, pickles, olives, um, tomatoes, everything except for the sweet peppers, which we don't have anymore, and the banana peppers. And I don't know how many times I had to put banana peppers in a soup bowl for people because they were like, "Oh, you don't have banana peppers." Yes, we do. If you think that we don't have anything, just ask. Now, like I said, we don't have sweet peppers anymore. We don't have the pepper relish anymore. Um, and for God's sakes, we don't have ketchup. I don't know how many times this week I had to listen to, or I had to get lectured by old men saying, "You don't have ketchup." Dude, what the heck are you going to do? Ketchup with, Subway sandwich? Yuck. So, um, yeah, I don't know why I just did a whole Subway hack type thing for this video. I think it's because I did so much of online orders and catering orders this week, and I have more catering orders next week to do. Today is one of those days where it's just yucky. Like, it's damp. Luckily, there's nobody here. Hopefully, yesterday it was kind of boring because it was raining as well. So it's okay. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, this is, you know, I wanted to change pace on my video or my vlogs because right now my personal life is actually really peaceful and really good. Like, my ankle still hurts because I dislocated it last Sunday. Today it's been working good. My ankle has been doing okay. It's kind of touch and go. It throbs and then it doesn't. So, but other than that, I have been doing pretty good. I had a couple of days off um to elevate my ankle. Tomorrow I have off. Rather, I'm on call. I'm not necessarily off per se. And we get paid tomorrow. So I think that's half of the reason why I'm happy. um, but other than that, I think I got tired doing life updates. So, you know, what is so wrong about a subway hack that people can actually use? Oh, and if you want to come into the store and you don't know what you want to eat, ask the subway artist their least favorite and their favorite um, sandwiches that they like to make. My least favorite is tuna, which turns out to be everybody's favorite sub. And then the chicken bacon ranch is like my favorite, which is either a hit or miss for people. Yeah, you get, not only do you get a sense of, what the other person likes, but you get a different idea, like, than what you were going to go in for. And that's awesome. So, yeah, I hope you like the subway hacks. Um, I am going to go into work now because I'm tired of being spritzed on because it's raining. But I hope to see you in the next video. I'm going to warm up, get everything ready for work, and yeah, hopefully you'll be able to use the Subway hacks that I gave you today. Have an awesome Sunday, you guys.